In this video, I will try to discuss how to create VPC peering across different regions. So in this diagram, I will try to show you how to create the VPC peering. So we have two different regions, North Virginia and Singapore. And so VPC peering help you to have more secure and very simple way of connecting to two different VPCs. So these VPCs may be in different regions, or it can be in the same regions. So in this particular diagram, we have two subnets. One is public subnet that is connected to the internet, and one more is the private subnet that is in this particular VPC. So after establishing the connection, we try to ping from one of the network and try to see whether we are successfully able to create the peering connection. So let us try to do this using Amazon console. So I have this window open already. I am in North Virginia region and I try to create a VPC over here. So try to create VPC. So I use the VPC only and say VPC region 1. So the IP address. So what is the IP address over here? It is 10.0.0.0/16. So I created the VPC over here. Now I try to create one of the public subnets. So I will say create subnet and select the VPC. So I will say this as a public subnet. So availability zone, we select any one of the zone here. Subnet, it is 10.0.0/24. So I create the subnet. So after creating the subnet, I will try to create the route table. So create the route table and I will say public route. I select the VPC. I create the route table. So after this, we'll try to create some internet gateway here. Create the internet gateway. I'll say internet gateway and create the internet gateway. So after this, we try to attach it to the VPC. Select the VPC. Attach the internet gateway. So after this, I will go to the route tables. I will try to edit the routes. Select this public route. I'll try to edit the routes here. Add the routes. So this is internet gateway. I make it available over internet. So I will say the changes. I'll try to associate the subnet. Edit subnet association and try to associate the public subnet. Save the association. So after this, I will try to host the EC2 instance. So I will type EC2. So we'll go to instance, launch the instance. Select the Amazon machine. Choose the instance type. So select the VPC. So I'll enable the public IP here. I'll keep it as defaults. Now I try to add the tags. So configure the security group of North Virginia. I'll make it SSH and open to the world. Again I will add ICMP. So here we'll give the IP range of the other VPC. I will say launch. Already I have created the keys. If you don't have the keys, you can create your own keys. I will launch the instance. So I have completed the left part and I will go for the right part now. So this is in a different region. So I will go for Singapore. So in that we have to create a VPC over here. Opening one more tab. Create VPC only. This I will say Singapore VPC, and I will try to give some IP range. So created the VPC. After this I will try to create the subnets. Create subnet and try to choose the VPC, and here we'll say like it's a private subnet. So I will let the zone, we'll choose any one of the zone we want. So I create the subnet as it is given in the diagram. So after this we create the route table. Create the route, and I will say this is private route. Select the VPC. I create the route table. So I'll try to go and edit the routes here. There is no need because it is a private route. And in the subnet association, I'll try to edit the subnet. I will give a private subnet. I'll say the association. So I'll try to host the EC2 instance. So already it is there. Launch this instance. Select the machine. Next, configure the details, and here we'll select the VPC, and I'll try to disable this because since it is a private EC2 instance. Next, add the tags, name private EC2. Next, configure the details, and we'll say security group of Singapore. Okay. Here I will only keep ICMP, and the IP address is 10.0.0.0/24. This is the IP of the left part. Now I will host this. I will launch this and launch the instance. So it is taking some time. I will check whether this is created. Yes, it is created already. You have public IPv4 address. So let us go to PuTTY here. I will paste the IP. Authentication, we will try to choose the key pair over here. I'll accept this, say EC2 user. So I try to ping the IP address of the private instance that is there in Singapore. I'll try to ping it. Whether you are successful or not, we'll try to understand this. So it is not getting connected. So what we have to do is we have to create a peering connection now. So that is the important. So one will be the requester and one more region will be the acceptor. So here we have North Virginia region as a requester and Singapore as a acceptor. So let us try to do this. I will try to go for the peering connection. We'll go to this Singapore region and North Virginia region and go for peering connection and create a peering connection. So here I will say VPC R1 R2 peering, and here I will select this VPC. So this is the requester now. So now I have to choose the acceptor. So it is in the same account and the region is different. So we have to select this region. What is the region now? It is Singapore. Here it is, and VPC ID. So I will go here and copy the VPC ID over here. So this is VPC ID. This is a VPC ID. So we'll just copy this and paste it over here. So create a peering connection. So in the VPC peering connection, we'll go and I'll try to accept this. Okay, accept the request. So status it turned active. So now what happens is it is not getting connected. The reason is like we have to edit the routes here. So what I'll do is I will go to the route tables and I'll select the routes. Now I'll try to edit these routes and here I will try to add the routes here. So what is the IP range? 0.0.0/24, and here this is the peering connection. So we try to select this and save the changes. Just change this, it is 20.0.0. So I have to give the IP address of the right side and the peering connection we have to select and save the changes. So after this again I will come to the route of the private and I will try to select this route and try to edit the route here, add the routes, and this is the IP range of the left side and try to select the peering connection now. Save the changes. So let us see whether you are able to communicate. Yes, I am able to communicate between the two different VPCs. So this is what I have discussed in this video. There is no need of any VPN connection for this, so it is very simple when compared to the VPN connection. So if you like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching this video.